Hello friends, Iceberg with Dillon Brothers Indian, and today I'm going to take you through a walkthrough of the all-new 2021 Vintage Dark Horse. I absolutely love what Indian has done with this Vintage Dark Horse. It has taken two of its absolutely classic motorcycles and kind of blended them into one. You get all that nice vintage look and old school look with kind of the all leather saddlebags on the rear there, adding to that nice vintage style, and then you get that very nice and aggressive look that everyone has come to love on the Dark Horse. Big fan of what they've done with this motorcycle for sure. Let's go ahead and move to the engine on the Vintage Dark Horse, where you have the 1811cc air-cooled V-twin engine on here. Lots of nice upgrades on these engines straight out of the box now. I really like the temperature control that is on these. Because a lot of times with these bigger displacement bikes that have these large engines, when you're sitting in the stop-and-go traffic, that heat really comes up through the seat, and especially on your right side leg there. So what Indian's done with that temperature control is that the rear cylinder is going to go ahead and shut itself off when your throttle is in neutral. And then as soon as you put that throttle and get back on it, that rear cylinder fires back up. So as I said, that's really going to help keep the heat from the engine from kind of cooking the rider on those stop-and-go traffic days. Another very nice addition on the Indian motorcycles is going to be that you have three separate riding modes that come on this Vintage Dark Horse. You're going to have the touring riding mode, standard riding mode, and sport riding mode. Your touring is definitely more of that interstate, just cruising, nice throttle response, very smooth, keeping your RPMs low. Your standard's going to be more for that in-city riding. It's going to just be, as it states, a standard riding mode. Pretty selective fuel delivery. Definitely going to give you that nice power options for passing. And then, of course, your sport mode is going to be full tilt boogie on here, really pushing that gas through and giving you a lot of smiles when you're really getting after it on that throttle. Let's touch on a few of those iconic pieces that I was talking about. Definitely the front of this motorcycle is that legendary Dark Horse style. You have that all matte black paint job, headlight nacelle all blacked out bars that come back to the rider. These are extremely comfortable bars. I really like riding these motorcycles. I very much like the bar placement on these for sure. And then continuing up front where you have that beautiful all matte black wraparound fender with the gloss back Indian war bonnet sitting out there proudly. I just love these touches on these bikes. They just really give you a lot to look at and really add to the entire aesthetic of the motorcycle. Let's talk comfort on these motorcycles, and first we're going to start with the suspension up front where you have that telescopic front forks. You're going to get 4.7 inches of travel on there, and then on the rear you have the single shock back there that has the air ride adjustment. These bikes will come with the air pump that goes through that. You just go right in through the side panel and you can go ahead and get to that suspension right there and use that air ride to really adjust your comfort levels on there. For those longer rides, and I very much like that Indian does these with these motorcycles, they give you those nice long extended floorboards on here. This really gives you an option of where you want to place your feet while riding this motorcycle. If you like them more outstretched and up front, you have that option. If you want them pulled back a little bit more to you and almost get that mid-control feeling, very big fan of those large floorboards on there. And then last but not least on the comfort value, we're going to move to this premium leather solo seat that is on this motorcycle. Really like what Indian has done with their seats. These are made for larger people, if you will, like myself. This is a very nice, large solo seat. See a lot of solo seats that come on bikes that are just kind of the small bobber style. This really gives you room to kind of stretch out, move your body positioning along the seat here as well. Definitely has some nice lumbar support on it and also keeping you on the bike when you're truly getting after it. As I already stated in the beginning of the video, huge fan of the blend of these two classic bikes and the way Indian has put this together. Definitely one of my favorites out of the new 2021 lineup. And if you would like to see this bike up close and in person, please stop out at Dillon Brothers Motorsports today. The entire Indian dealership is the upper half of the motorsports showroom floor. Please come in, talk to Jim, Kaylee, Brian. They will all be happy to help you out with any of your Indian questions. And as always, from the entire Dillon Brothers Indian motorcycle family, thank you so much for checking out our videos. And always remember, gear up, ride safe. Thanks a lot.